Here's another Evoto tips and tricks video. This one's dealing with tethered shooting. As you can see, I have my camera connected to Evoto. It does show you a lot of information about the camera, which I will be going over in a more in-depth tethering video. But now what I want you to notice is this video is in portrait mode. I do apologize for all those YouTube people that are watching it on a television or a regular computer screen in landscape mode. The reason I'm doing this in portrait mode is most people in studio will do their tethered videos in portrait mode. We rotate the screen so we get a bigger view of the image. And that's pretty much what this tips and tricks video is going to be dealing with. So I'm going to rotate my screen now. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see that process because my screen recording does stop when I go to rotate the screen. So you want to set your display settings to rotate either 90 degrees or 270 degrees, and then rotate your monitor to match those settings. I'm going to do that now and I'll be right back. As you can see now, I am in portrait mode. Again, you can see all your camera information in Evoto on the right side. But one thing I want you to notice is the only thing that's really active there is the shutter button. It will fire the shutter on your camera. However, personally, I find there's way too much lag with using that, and most people who are tethered have their hands on the camera. The tethering is just monitoring what's coming into the computer. So here's where the tips come in. As you can see, the picture takes up a certain part of Evoto. I want to show you some tips on using this image here. Over here in the preset panel, all these things, the presets, the color mask, the history, you can make them smaller by simply clicking on the icon. But that also goes for this section over here. So we can click on the tethered shooting icon and look how much more real estate we get with the image. It takes up most of the whole screen. Again, this is your before, this is your after. And sometimes over here on the left, it does overlap here, depending on where you were. Just shift it down. I moved it up just to show you. Sometimes if you hit fit, it'll do that, yes. And that'll give you the most screen real estate of your image. Just move it down a little bit. So look at how much more room you have to work now and to see the pictures as they're coming in. So if I was tethered shooting and I was taking images, they would be coming in. I'd be seeing my images. Just keep in mind that if you are shooting in landscape, you don't need to rotate your screen. However, in the studio, most people do shoot in portrait. If for some weird reason you know that you're going to shoot nothing but landscape, don't have to bother rotating your image. And here's a tip that I want to show you. When you're doing tethered shooting, you don't have to stay in the tethered shooting tab. You can go to any tab you want. So let's say my image comes in, I want to touch it up just like I normally would. Also in the tethered shooting, you do have your preset, which will automatically apply the preset to these images, but you can then go ahead and modify them by going into your portrait retouching. And with all of these sections here, just click on the icon and it will make that section go away. And it'll give you more screen real estate for the image. So that's your tips and tricks video for those of you that are using tethered shooting. The most important thing is get the real estate that you need so you can see your image. That's all for now. So until next time, get out there and shoot some amazing photos.